Hey guys, hey. So I wanted to get on here real quick. I am on a countdown. It is 10 more days until flight attendant training starts. So I'm really excited and I'm kind of nervous. So basically, most of my bags are packed. I'm going to take 2 bags after contemplating on taking a large checked bag and a duffel bag. I decided to go with 2 checked bags and just my purse, since we are coming back with luggage with all of our uniforms in it. So I didn't want to do too much for my close circle that knows the journey that I've been on. I want to kind of give you guys a hint. So if there's anyone that's out there that's getting ready to apply for a flight attendant, or you're thinking about it, or you're in the midst of it right now, and you're waiting on a training date. First of all, don't mind me because I've got 10 days to get this hair together, get this face glammed up. I'm going to do all that. So y'all don't worry about that right now. I look a little crazy. Okay. So, but anyway, my journey may not be like everyone else's. So today is the 27th of December, 2025. I applied December 27th of 2024. I did my assessment, I believe the same evening. I got my first virtual interview in January of 2025. And then I got my face-to-face February 28th of 2025. So I went in to that face-to-face. I'll have another video on what your expectations should be. Most airlines do the same thing. The particular airline that I applied for, I was nervous. I didn't feel like I looked like everyone else. So I didn't really think I was going to get a CJO, but I did leave with a CJO. So I was very excited, very happy. In the momentum of everything, going to do the DOT, the drug screen, the background check, all of those things, all the boxes were checked. I did have a little hiccup during the background check that took a little longer, but everything came back. Now, when I left my face-to-face, I was told that I would make it into the May class. But if I did not make it into the May class, that they would probably have classes in fall. So just to, beware. So I kind of had the whole notion of, I might not make it in May, but at least I know I'll make it into a September class, right? That's fall. So I'm thinking to myself, hey, that'll give me more time to kind of prep and get ready and know what I'm going to do with my job. So as you leave and getting your CJO, they do let you know about a Facebook group for people that have their CJO. I got into that Facebook group, I want to say March 4th, got into the Facebook group. I kept watching. I see everybody. Oh, I got my class date. I start such and such. I'm class 25, 11. I'm 2512, all these weeks are going by, and I'm looking for emails, and I'm checking my emails every day, and I'm getting nothing. Crickets. Nothing. Okay. So then I see that the last class this year, I believe was 2514 or 2515. I'm not sure. That was the last class. They closed the classes. I don't remember if I got an email or not about it saying that, they were not doing any more classes for the rest of the year, but it kind of went out and everybody knew they weren't doing any more classes for the rest of the year. Pretty much what happens is they stop classes at a certain time because the trainers, that's my dog, the trainers have to prep for the summer rush. So it's really busy in the summer for airlines. So with that being said, I think I got a little discouraged because, going through summer at my job that I was really starting to loathe, and I kind of was like, oh my God, I got to stay here. So I started applying for other things. Those things did not come into into existence. I interviewed for a couple of places. Interviews went well, but I didn't get the position. I was just looking for a position that I'm in now, and corporate, just with more money. One of them did end up offering me a job at a lower rate, but more than what I'm currently making. So that was, there. But they took so long, it was almost time for my bonus with my job. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay right here and get my bonus and my raise for the year. So I did stay. So in about end of August, September, I want to say end of August, we got another email just saying, hey, are you still interested? And I was like, oh, okay, they're getting ready to ramp back up, but I heard there's not going to be anything until January. So got that email. I said, yes, I'm still interested. Needed to reply by, I think, September 5th. So I did reply. Didn't hear anything else again other than thank you for being patient type emails. And then in October, more emails started rolling out. Obviously when you do your DOT and your drug screen, it expires after 6 months. So obviously I did mine end of February, beginning of March. So they sent those letters out that, you had to do your drug screen and your DOT again. So I did those. I think it was October 22nd when I got all of my stuff cleared. And then November 17th is when I got dates for, what dates would you like? 2601, 2602, 2603. And from what I'm hearing, seniority is a big thing in the airline business. So I chose 2601, even though that meant I was going to spend my birthday in training. But hey, my whole thing is, the good outweighed the bad. So I didn't want to take that chance of losing any seniority because one class could bump your seniority. So I took 2601 as my first choice. I want to say the 22nd of November, I believe I got, I want to say I got confirmed. And then before, I think the first week in December is when I started getting, confirm again, like, do you really want this class? Are you really going to come? You behind this email, make sure you want to come. So they kind of give you more than enough options to say, hey, this is not going to be for me. And you know what? I changed my mind. So I'm still, yeah, I'm definitely going to go. So that's what I did. I definitely was like, yes, I'm definitely going to go. I want to say last week is when I got my package. So my training package came, and that just made me more excited. I probably started packing things probably the first of this month, honestly, or at least the first week of December. I started getting things probably during Black Friday that I knew I needed to add to my suitcase, post-it notes, flashcards, a whiteboard, my flight attendant compliant shoes, some Mama Seniors and some regular heels. So I got those things while Amazon had a great sale, Black Friday, even right before Christmas, there was some awesome sales online. And so that's what I did. So now I've got 10 days. I leave on the 6th of January. Training for me starts on the 8th. I think the 7th we just have like administrative things to do. We get fitted for our uniforms, those type of things. I will tell you, if you're in the midst of this or if you're thinking about being a flight attendant, now some airlines do pay for training. My particular airline that I applied for does not pay for training. So it is 6.5 weeks of unpaid training. So those are the things you have to keep in mind. You want to be prepared financially. If this is something you really, really, really want to do, you have to be prepared mentally and financially. So 6.5 weeks of unpaid training, and you're going from a 6-figure corporate job to not. Mentally and financially, you do have to prepare for that. So with my company, they do not pay for training, which I knew that going in because I did a lot of research on flight attendants, and my biggest thing is I'll be 56 actually during training. That was the other thing I looked into because they are hiring a lot of older 40 plus So if you're in that 40 plus, 50 plus community, you're thinking about retiring from your full-time job and becoming a flight attendant and getting those benefits and maybe working 10 years, because after 10 years you get benefits for the rest of your life. This might be a plan for you, okay? If you like traveling, if you like flying, you don't have a problem dealing with customers, you know how to de-escalate, you don't have a problem with changes, you don't have a problem with last minute, things coming up. This may be one of the things that you want to try. For me, this is something that I did when I was about 28 years old. I applied for, I won't say the airline name, but they had a big recruiting job fair in Orlando, Florida in 1998, I believe. It was 98 or 99, I can't remember. But I just remember going to Orlando and applying. And I got, went to the job fair and went in person and had to, walk down. This is when you had to, send headshots and things like that back in the day. And I remember not getting past that initial interview. And in my mind, because back then, the stereotypes that what a stewardess, because that's what we were called then, we're stewardess, should be. I did not think that I was pretty enough. I did not think that I was skinny enough. And so I never applied again. And so when you go to your face-to-face and you hear these stories about, I applied 14 times. I've been with the company for 25 years. I've been with the company for 30 years. It kind of gives you a sense of, I should have tried. I shouldn't have got discouraged. So I'm here to tell you, don't get discouraged. I don't care what age you are, if you're 25 or 55, do not get discouraged. If it's something that you really want to do, put your all into it. I will tell you in my packet, we are studying already for certain things that they want you to know. I think the week before, which should be this week coming up, we'll receive more information that we need to have done prior to arriving on campus. So it is a lot to it. Don't think that, flight attendants are just bartenders or waitresses in the air. That is not the case. It is a vigorous program from what I hear, from what I see on videos. It is very intense. They want you to know everything. Hopefully you'll never have to use those things that you are basically, drilled on. Hopefully you'll never need it. But just the fact that you have flight attendants in the air right now delivering babies, okay? Giving CPR, helping choking victims. There's a fire and they're getting you off the plane safely. That takes a lot. It takes a lot mentally to have to cope with that and not to be frightened. You think about people that are in the air every day and the things that you hear about on the news sometimes about these flights. That could be very frightening. That can be very disconcerting. And you think about these women and men go to work every day without that fear. And they're there basically for your safety. And I am really excited to be a part of that. So I am just excited. I am prepping. You guys pray for me. You guys continue to like, to share, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, 360 Degrees of a Diva's World, and just keep watching. And I'll have more content on my journey going into flight attendant training, and hopefully my journey as a flight attendant. But we'll see.